Hello there, everyone. Hope all is well today. It is Saturday, May 27th, 2023. If you're listening at this at a later date, it is Memorial Day weekend for us, those that celebrate and memorialize and in remembrance of our fallen soldiers and our fallen veterans for this country. So, I'll come in here today and just talk to you on the topic and just share with you some inspiration to let you know that you are going to be okay. How about that? The unpredictability of your success. Now, let me break it down and talk to you a little bit and inspire you a little bit about this. We live in a world of certain uncertainty and we want things to just go as we plan it. But I want to encourage each and every one of you here that you are on the right path just because things are not going the way you think they should go every step of the way, every event of the way, every task you do is not going to be the way you plan it, but you are moving forward and moving towards something so much greater than what your eyes can see till it's just mind blowing to just know that I wish you can just understand it. And some of you that are in doubt about, oh, I'm doing the best I can, or I'm trying and it's nothing happening. But I continue and I say this daily and I speak this and I live this. Push the dream. Some of you have no earthly idea the trials and tribulations of my life. You'd have no earthly idea just within the last year of what I've been through. But God has kept me, and I'm talking and telling you, be encouraged. I was walking in my kitchen from the kitchen and I was just walking down the hall the other day, and God spoke to me and said this. He said this message to me. All of the things that you've gone through, you are going to have to let someone else know that it's going to be okay. It's going to work. I can't tell you right now, but Lord, let me tell you this much. It is unbelievable what God is doing in my life right now. And it's such great things are happening. Oh my God, I can't tell you how happy I feel right now. I am so joyful. 80% of the time, I'm happy anyway. But let me tell you, boy, and we all of us go through trials and tribulations. But I tell you, just keep hanging in there, keep moving forward, keep pushing, keep believing and trusting, keep believing in those great things, those dreams that you have, it's going to come to pass, people. I'm telling you, it's going to come to pass. It's going to be mind blowing to you. Now, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get off on that tangent, but let me go ahead and finish this telling you about the unpredictability of your success. You know, when we or when you want something, you think it's going to come easy. But let me be the first to tell you, it's not going to be as easy as you anticipated sometimes. When I say it's going to be, the effort is going to be worth it. Just enjoy the journey of it. But the effort is going to be worth it in the long run. Because sometimes when we're going through things, there are so many those these unpredictable things that happen. You say, now I didn't expect this to happen along my journey. I didn't think that this was going to happen along the way. This wasn't in the plan. We love to say that. I've said that too before. And this wasn't in the plan. But your muscle that needs to get stronger will definitely have to get stronger with whatever obstacle you're going to have to go through. So guess what? That is in the plan. It just may not be what you want because we're not. Let me tell you what my therapist told me one time, my counselor. He said, you know what? You you don't like to go through um you don't like to be, stressed. This was years ago when had some things that happened, with my family that I had to go, get some therapy and some counseling for to kind of help me and my children go through it a point in our lives. But some of you know the story, may know what I'm speaking of. But anyway, let me continue on. He said that you don't want to feel the pain. You try to avoid the pain, but I promise you, Sandy, if you keep moving, if you keep going, I promise you, you'll look back over this and you'll say, oh, wow, man, I made it through. And you'll look back and say, it wasn't that bad. And he was so right. I did say it. But I won't listen. I don't want to go through that again. Okay. I wouldn't want to experience that again. And I don't wish that on anybody because it was devastating for us as a family. And but God kept us, and that's why I believe this to this day. Sometimes things, I don't think that things don't get me down, and I don't, things don't bother me at some point, but they do. But I remember where He's brought me from. Let's put it that way. Okay, now back to you, and I'm just coming from my heart here, and I just want to let you know, and you. It can be your family, it can be your friends, it can be your children, it can be turmoil in any area of your life. But just do remember this: hear the voice of God, hear that inner voice, whatever voice you listen to, hear that, listen to it, and hear what it's saying in your heart, and start doing exactly what it's telling you to do, because it won't tell you anything wrong. It won't tell you nothing wrong. And then, just like this, we have to have hope as well too. Now let me elaborate on that. We have to have hope in of anything. We have to know that we are hopeful that things will get better when we're going through the trials and tribulations, because you know I had actually there was an incident that happened here. My neighbor back in January, she committed suicide, and I was seeing, couldn't just, she had been here for 4 years. She was kind of reserved, just quiet, and, didn't really mingle with the neighbors. She would speak every now and then if she'll see some of her surrounding neighbors outside or whatever. But she always seemed like she was a sad person anyway, because that's what most of my neighbors was saying about it, after everything happened. But had she had hope, I'm almost 100% sure she would still be here, because she would have had hope on a brighter future, a brighter tomorrow. And someone was, that I heard that she lost her job. And when I lost her job, I'm sorry, she was ill. She found out she had a diagnosis and she couldn't work anymore. So then her bills was getting behind. She started a GoFundMe, I think. And then they said that that she would that I don't know whatever happened. I guess it was just unbearing to her. But and there was one of her coworkers that had made the statement and said that had he known she was going through, he would have paid her bills for a couple of months to help her out. But she had no hope. She had no hope to reach out to anybody. She had no hope. So guess what happened? She ended her life. Ended her life because of no hope. And I'm not saying that anybody listening under the sound of my voice is going to be in that, going to do that or in that capacity, but hope will have you doing, making, hope will have you to not make a mistake and have make a lifelong decision that will take you out of here. That's my point. So if you are the one of those ones that's listening to me and know that I have hope for my success, I have hope for it, just don't get discouraged. Don't think that the road ahead is so bleak and you just, oh, I can't take it and I can't stand it. But let me tell you what you should be very, very cautious of along your route in your pursuit of your success. Your pursuit of success is going to be, you need to watch out. You need to be careful. You need to be careful of those that come around you, and those that will come into your life and try to alter your destination. And that is, how to say, the enemy come in to steal, kill, and destroy. The adversary is waiting on you. He's waiting. So don't allow that to happen to you. And then another thing, You know, it says also in the word, in the Bible says this too. Wickedness and principalities and in high places is bound. So we're gonna all go through that. I went through it. I mean, within this last year. Oh my, wow. I know last summer my air conditioner went out in the dead heat of the summer. Yes. Did that stop me? And no, it didn't stop me. It took me a minute. I really had to go through the whole summer without getting it fixed. Yeah. And then I got, I got some portable ACs that kind of put in my office and, have around me until I got hey, now, guess what? Got a brand new unit, twice the size of my old one. God said he'll give you double for your trouble, baby. So I'm just glad because see, that's my story. It may be minute to you, but guess what? You didn't have to sit in the heat. I did. But God brought it. He made a way. He brought it to me. So I'm saying this to you. Anything you're going through, whether it's financially or whatever, God will see you through it. You just got to be faithful and you just got to know. And guess what? Through all of those struggles and all of that time when I was sitting and just my house was minimized, the AC was minimal in here. Can you imagine how I was feeling? And look, and having some hot flashes on top of that, you have got to be kidding me. So God says, Sandy, you've been faithful over a few things. I'm gonna make you ruler over many. And that's all I'm gonna share with you guys. Because guess what? He's about to blow my mind. Yours may not be blown. That's between you and God. But for me and my life, he's blowing my mind. You may not be blown about what God is getting ready to do in my life, but I am. Okay, that's all that matters. Because that's between God and Sandy. We have a good relationship. And boy, let me tell you, he's talked to me so much this last year. And he's been faithful because I've been faithful. He's shown me things that I had no earthly idea that was getting ready to come my way, but I've been desiring them for a long time. And that's all I'm going to say on that, too. So, anyway, for you, and I'm going to wrap this up for you, anything your heart desires, take it to God in prayer. He will magnificently multiply it in his time and in his will be done. So just be faithful, people, on that little tad bit there. And now, one more thing too before I go. I learned too to be humble and pray for others in everything in the midst of what I'm going through. I always pray for my friends. I have, you know what? Let me say this too. I'm praying for people. They don't realize I'm praying for them. And I'm sure people praying for me. That's neither here nor there. I know they are. I know it. I can feel it. But you also got some the principalities and wickedness in high places don't want you to succeed. So let me tell you something. Do not focus on that. I'm telling you from experience. Don't focus on that. Let people see the journey that you have to take. When you are totally focusing on the journey that God has you on in the path that he has you going down, guess what? The devil in hell can't stop what God is getting ready to do in your life. And I am so serious. And I want you to hear every word I said from every syllable I'm really presenting this to you from. He is unpredictable, and he's unpredictable to you because his will is going to be done in your life, but the unpredictability of your success is when you really remove you out of the way, that ego, and put God first. And I'm telling you from experience, I could not be so much happy. I'm so elated. And don't let the people talk. Let them throw dots at you, whatever. Let your ex talk about you. Mine did me like that. Let them talk, but they don't know the real story of what God is doing in your life. Okay, Don't allow people to stop you from receiving what God has for you. And I'll see you next time. Happy Saturday. I love you and be blessed. Bye bye.